Hello, hi everyone. How are you? If you are watching the replay, please say hi. Let me know that you're watching. I like to know who's watching the video. If you're hopping on, just say hi and let me know that you're there. I hope everybody's having a nice day. My daughter is asleep right now, so I'm hoping that she doesn't wake up while I'm trying to talk to you, but we're gonna kind of play it by ear and see what happens. So welcome to day 3 of our self-care for stress relief training. I'm so happy to have you here. And I know that I've been having some sound issues in the first couple videos. I don't know if everybody hears it, but I get like this crackling sound or like a banging that comes on. I don't think it happens as I am doing the video live, but for some reason, yay! Hi, Anne-Marie! Let me know if you could hear me okay. I was just talking about how I've noticed that some people have been saying that there's like a crackling or like a banging sound in the background of my videos, and I don't think it happens when I'm talking live. I think it's just when I press record and then post the recording, it just like the sound quality is not good, and I don't know why. But if you're an expert on Facebook Live videos, please let me know any tips that you might have to stop this from happening. So today is day 3 of the self-care for stress relief training, and I'll just give a quick overview of what we covered in the first 2 videos in case you didn't get a chance to watch yet. So the first video I talked about kind of what self-care really is and how it's really about more than just having a spa day or getting a manicure. It's really just about taking consistent daily actions to take care of yourself throughout your day, every day, so that you can feel good and feel well taken care of. And then also kind of looking at the bigger picture things like what changes do you need to make in your life? What do you need to be doing so that you are living a life where you feel fully supported? What do you need to start saying no to? What boundaries do you need to set? What, like how could you improve your relationships? What kind of like big picture changes do you need to make so that you feel like you're well taken care of and well supported in your life? So that's kind of like the gist of the first video. And I also shared a lot of examples from my own life of how I incorporate self-care into my life where, I don't really have like this quiet, leisurely life that I used to have before I became a mom. But I just shared some ideas of how like I incorporate simple acts of self-care throughout my day to make me feel more relaxed and centered. And just like how this has played out. And then also I talked about why taking care of yourself is so important in preventing anxiety from taking over your life, and how it's really the best thing that we could start doing for ourselves to keep ourselves from being just constant like stress messes. Because if we're taking good care of ourselves, then that lowers our stress level and it just helps us be more capable of managing life when like hard things happen. So if you didn't get a chance to watch the first video, that's what we covered, but go back and watch it whenever you have time. And then yesterday, I talked about the 6 keys to a happy life, which were to 1, develop a spiritual practice of your own understanding, and then 2, learn to love yourself for your own unique qualities and gifts, and then 3 was to focus on your relationships and your support system. Then 4 was learn to love your body, and regardless of what it looks like, just by taking good care of your body, you'll start to feel more body love. And then 5 was to really start to make your home a happy, safe haven for yourself. And then 6 was to realize that you are the one who's in control of your life, and it's up to you to create the kind of life that you want to be living. So that's what we talked about yesterday. And if you want to hear me go a little bit deeper into each of those topics, you could go back and watch that video. And then today, I'm going to be talking about how to use our support systems, how to ask for help, and how to receive the help that we desire. So I would love to know, if you're watching, how do you feel about asking for help? Are you like totally cool with asking for help? You have that down, or is asking for help and support something that's difficult for you? So just let me know as you're watching what your thoughts are on seeking support. I know that for a lot of us, it can be kind of like a tricky thing asking for help. A lot of times we can start to think that like, we don't need to ask for help. We could do it all by ourselves. We can figure it out. We got this. And then that really leads to more stress and overwhelm. So I really want to talk about, I think there's 3 steps to asking and receiving the help that we need in our lives. And the first step is to realize the areas in our lives where we are already very supported. And I've noticed that for myself and for really almost all of us, there's areas in our life where we are very supported. In fact, so supported that we start taking that support for granted. So start looking at your life and start to notice, like, what things do I really get a lot of help in? And I don't even, it's just part of my routine now, and I kind of take it for granted. So like maybe you have a husband who's super supportive of everything that you do, and whenever he notices that you're having a hard day, he just like does everything around the house and just like really takes care of you so that you could just like relax. And maybe he just does that all the time, that's just like the way your dynamic is in your relationship, and you kind of take that for granted. Or maybe your boyfriend shovels the snow every time that it snows, and that's just the way it is. You haven't picked up a shovel in years, and you kind of take that for granted. Or maybe your mom watches your baby every day, and you kind of just take that for granted because that's just what gets done. Or maybe you have a housekeeper that comes and cleans your house every week, and that's just something that you budget for and something that you guys do every single week, and you kind of just take for granted the fact that you have a clean house because of your housekeeper. So just start to look at your life, and everyone's situation is different, but I guarantee that there's areas in your life where you are so supported that you take it for granted and you don't even realize it anymore. So really just start to look at those areas and start to feel grateful for them, because not everybody has, certain luxuries that we take for granted. So if something's popping out at you as you're listening to me talk, let me know what that is. What is it? What area of your life are you really supported in? And you kind of just have just been, kind of just being like, oh, like that's just the way things is. But now that you're starting to think about it, you really are grateful that you have this level of support. Let me know where in your life you are very supported. And for me, it's probably my husband. He really is very, just like right now, he actually just came home from work, and I was like, oh, I'm about to do my Facebook Live, and June is upstairs sleeping, so you kind of have to like get out. And he did, because he was hungry and the kitchen's right there and it just wasn't going to work. So he went out to get a snack right now. And he does things like that all the time. And I'm just used to him being good to me like that. So I definitely take it for granted. So I'm going to try to give him some more appreciation tonight when he gets home. So just like how I just did, just start to think about who is that person in your life that really supports you, or what area of your life are you really supported in. And sometimes it's not necessarily a person. Maybe, maybe you really love your work that you do in the world. Maybe your career is really fulfilling and really providing for you financially and just really supporting you. And, you're just so used to it that you kind of take it for granted. But if you stop and look at it, you're like, oh, like I really love what I do, right? So maybe it's that. Or maybe you have like a solid workout routine that just makes you feel really good, and you take that for granted because it's just part of your routine. Or maybe you have like a hobby that you're really into, that you get a lot of creative like satisfaction, and it's a really good outlet for you. And it's just, again, part of what you do. So you just take for granted that you have this thing that brings you a lot of joy in your life. So sometimes it's just a thing. And then the other thing to look at is what ways are you supporting yourself, right? Like, how are you setting yourself up to live a peaceful and happy life? Because we can't really be asking everyone around us to create a good life for us. We need to start taking ownership of our lives and supporting ourselves before we can ask the people around us to support us. Because if we're relying on everybody around us to make us happy and support us, then like we're never going to be truly happy. We need to be taking care of ourselves first. So yeah, so start to look at where in your life are you very supported, who is supporting you, what is supporting you, what habits are supporting you, how are you supporting yourself, and then just really start to feel grateful for the areas of your life that are going well, in which you're very supported. And then So let me know what comes up for you as you listen to me talk. Where in your life are you really, just feeling good that you're receiving a lot of support? And then the next part is to look at where in your life do you need more support? Where do you desire support? And then it's also getting very specific about what kind of support you need, because there's countless ways that we could ask for support, right? You can't just say like, help me, support me, and expect that the other person is going to know exactly what that means to you. Like maybe you need help because you want someone to give you advice. Maybe you just want to vent for a little while and you want like a friend to be a safe space for you to vent. Maybe you need help like with actually doing a specific task and you need to ask for help in that way. So let me give you an example. So let's say that like this time of night around 6 p.m. is kind of like a crazy time in your house. And I know that for a lot of us with young kids, like it usually is like kind of a busy, hectic time of day. A lot of people call it the witching hour because, our kids are getting tired after being up all day and we're trying to get dinner ready and we're trying to spend time with our husband if we haven't seen him all day. And it can just be like a chaotic time where like your kids are cranky and tired and whining and you're trying to cook a healthy dinner and you're trying to eat well. And you're trying to spend time with your husband and you're trying to make sure that your kids eat dinner too. And it's just like craziness, right? So let's say that like you've noticed that like for the past few months, this time of night is just a disaster for you. And one night, like your husband comes home and like your kids are screaming and you're trying to cook dinner and you almost burn yourself and you're like, I need help. I can't do this anymore, right? So maybe your husband hears you say, I need help. And he says like, okay, let's all go out for pizza. So like you stop cooking, you all go out for pizza. And then like, is that really what you wanted? Did you want to go out for pizza? Do you want to go out for pizza every night? Is that the way that you needed help? Or when you said, I need help, like, what did you really need help with? Did you want him to take over with making dinner? Did you want him to say, I'll hang out with the kids so that you could go take a shower and have a breather? Did you want to say, like, he was going to cook dinner? Like, in what way did you want him to help you? Because when you say help me, the other person might have a very different idea of how to help than you do. So unless you're clear and say exactly how you need help, then that's the only way that you're going to get help in the way that you desire it, right? Does that make sense? So I hope that makes sense. So yeah, so I think like these are the other two steps to asking for help, is to realize where in your life are things getting a little hectic and what kind of help do you need, and get specific about it. So figure out where you need help and then how you need help, and then ask for help very specifically, saying exactly what you need. So it's very interesting that this was a topic that I wanted to talk about today, because I had this situation come up for me in my own life that just forced me to ask for support in my own life today. And it's not like this crazy thing that happened. It's just like a daily, just whatever moment that I wanted to share with you, because it shows you how what asking for support looks like. So what happened for me was, if you've been watching the videos, like I have like my grandma that's sick, right? So today, Wednesday, I had planned out, like today was going to be my day that I spent all day at the hospital with my grandparents. And I had my whole week planned out, like this was going to be my day until the weekend. I won't be able to go there again because tomorrow I have a busy day planned. And then Friday, it's just like today was my day to go there. So what happened was this morning I woke up and June, my daughter, was sick. She had like this hacky cough and a little bit of a fever and a runny nose. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I can't bring her to daycare now. And I can't go to the hospital. So I guess I just can't go to the hospital. And then of course what happens is I start getting calls saying that like my grandfather is really depressed and he really needs me there. And then I just start feeling guilty, right? So I start feeling really anxious now, because now I have a sick toddler and I have my grandparents that need me, and I feel like I just need to be taking care of both of these people in my life. And like, what am I going to do? So what I started to do was just like feel anxious and be like, I can't deal with life right now. But of course that wasn't helpful. So I started to think about, okay, like let's work on this like support plan, this 3-step process that I have. So I started thinking about where in my life am I very supported. So I started thinking, well, I'm lucky that I normally have a babysitter that I could bring June to when she's healthy. I'm lucky that June is overall a healthy kid and doesn't get sick a lot. I'm lucky that I am going to call my husband right now and just tell him what's going on and see if he could help me. And I'm lucky and that I'm supported, that I have my sister who also maybe could help with my grandparents. So I started looking at like, what is my support system right now? And it was my babysitter, my husband, and my sister. So then I started to just feel like, okay, like there's other people that could help me in this situation. So what I did was I called my husband, of course, he was the first person I called when I was just like, what am I going to do right now? And then I started thinking like, should I just bring June to daycare anyway? But like, no, I'm not going to bring her when she's sick, because I wouldn't want someone bringing their sick kid and getting my kid sick, and then she might get even more sick. So like that was not an option. And then I started thinking, should I bring her to the hospital with me? And then like that was a little ridiculous. Like I'm not going to bring a sick child to a hospital. So I started seeing like that I needed to rely on my support system, because I was not going to be able to be in 2 places at once and handle this all by myself. So I called my husband and I just kind of vented about what was going on. And he said that he couldn't really come home from work, but he could try to get home early this afternoon. And if I wanted to go to the hospital this afternoon, like that was an option. So like that was one idea. And then I called my sister and I told her what was going on, and she also could not go to the hospital today, but she said like if June is still sick tomorrow, she's going to go there tomorrow. So at least now I know like if that like my sister's going to help out tomorrow. So I don't need to be like driving myself crazy trying to like figure out my schedule another day. I know that like tomorrow that's taken care of. And then I felt better. And what I ended up doing was just staying home with my sick daughter who needed me today. So, and it worked out fine. But do you see how we need to be aware of our support system and ask for help and tell them how we need help? So like I called my husband, and what I needed from him wasn't really necessarily a solution. I just really wanted to vent to him and know that like I had his support and I had someone that was like on my side regardless of what I chose, which he was great for that. He was that person for me. And then I called my sister because I called her to say like, hey, do you think you can make it to the hospital? Because that's what I needed from her. Like I figured out what I needed from the people in my support system, and then I asked them for exactly what I needed help with. You see how that works? So yeah, so that's it. That's my 3-step process to asking for help is 1, getting clear on what your support system consists of, who in your life you can count on for support. And then where in your life are you, you know, like kind of taking for granted all the support that you already have, and just starting to acknowledge that you're already so much more supported than you give yourself credit for. Chances are that that's true. And then step 2 is to realize where and when do you need more support. And then 3 is to ask for the help that you need and ask for it in the way that you need it. So be specific. So if you start to do these 3 things, I promise you, you will start to feel much more supported in your life. You'll start to realize that like there's other people and other things in your life that you can lean on, and that you don't have to do it all alone. So I hope that you're finding this helpful. For those of you that are listening to me talk and you're realizing that like, hey, like I'm realizing that I really don't have a strong support system, or I don't really have like positive minded people in my life that I could turn to. Or like I'm realizing that I need a lot of help and support in my life, but I don't even know where to go or where to start. Or I'm really unhappy, but I don't even know exactly what's wrong. I need to get clear on what these problem areas are so that I could start fixing them. And if that's you, I want to support you. And you all know that I've been doing this training as kind of like a pre-training to my 6-month coaching program, Self-Care Queen, that's starting on Monday. And I decided that for everyone who's watching this video and realizing that like I need support and I'm ready to ask for the support that I need, I wanted to reward you for having the courage to ask for help by giving you a special offer, special price on my program. So what the program is, it's a very in-depth program that we're going to go through for 6 months together. We're going to be going through each month is going to be one of the 6 keys to a happy and healthy life that I talked about. So you're going to get a training from me every single week about one of these 6 areas. So we're going to spend a whole month talking about developing a spiritual practice. We're going to spend another month talking about how to love yourself. I'm going to share all my tips and tools for how to really love yourself and all of your unique qualities. The next month, we're going to talk about exactly what we're talking about tonight, is let's look at your relationships and see how to make healthier relationships and how to really start to form that support system that you need in your life. Then we're going to talk about just loving your body, being good to your body, taking care of your body for a whole month. We're going to spend a whole month talking about making our homes a safe haven, a happy place, a clutter-free place. We're going to simplify our home lives. And then our last month together is going to be all about taking ownership of your life and making the big changes that you are now prepared to make to start really embodying like the life of your dreams. And then what's going to happen is at the end of our 6 months together, you're going to be invited to come to a retreat with me at the Jersey Shore, where we're going to all get together in person and kind of bring all of the teachings that you've been learning over the last 6 months to life. So that's going to be really just like a great thing that we're going to do. And then the structure of the program is that you're going to have meditation classes with me. You're going to have group coaching calls where we're all going to get together and just help each other work through any anxiety that we're feeling in our life, anything that's stressful. It's like a safe time to just share in a group of people who understand what you're going through. And then you're going to have one-on-one private coaching with me. And then also you get unlimited email support and Facebook Messenger support. And we're going to have a private Facebook group. And then, of course, the invitation to the retreat that I just talked about. So that's like the structure of the program. And we're going to be getting together almost every single week, 3 times a week, every month for 6 months. And you're going to have just me as like your cheerleader and like your partner in crime and the person who's going to hold you up to your biggest, best vision of the life that you desire. And I'm going to help you create that life. And as I've been sharing, chances are I've been where you're at. I'm someone who struggled with anxiety and depression and stress for most of my life. And as I've been sharing, you can see like I'm a normal person who still has these stressful things come up in life. But the difference is that I now know what I need to do to handle it, to manage it, to get control of the areas in my life where if something goes wrong, like I have a trick or a tool that I could turn to so that like my anxiety doesn't just take over. And that's what I want for you. I want you to have a bunch of tools in your back pocket so that when life gets a little bit stressful, you know what to do to calm down and that you feel like you're in control of your life and that you know that you are the one creating a happy life for yourself. So that's what this program is all about. And the regular price for the program is $197 a month for 6 months. So that's 6 payments of $197. And what I've decided to do is if you are watching this video all about asking for support and you want to ask for support by signing up for this program, I'm going to cut down one of the payments. So you're going to get access to the 6-month program for 5 payments of $197. So you're saving basically $200. And then the full cost of the program, I have a pay in full option, which is already heavily discounted. It's $949 for the 6 months. So already you're saving like almost $250 there. But I've decided that for the next 24 hours, if you sign up, I'm going to drop that price to $849. So for $849, you're going to get all of the things that I just talked about for 6 months of your life. Half of the year, you're going to be fully supported. And like this program is not for somebody who just like wants to dabble in self-development or like is a little unsure, but like wants to like maybe make some changes in their life. Like, no, this is for you if you're realizing that you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed, you need to make big changes in your life and you need someone to like hold your hand and walk you through it. And this is what the program is for you to be in a community of other women who also have struggles with anxiety, who understand what you are going through. We're all going to help support each other. We're going to rise and we're going to lift each other up, and we're all going to get better together. And you're going to have like the trainings each month to really work on one key area of your life to support you in really creating a happy, full, well-balanced life. And the program is for you if you're ready to make these changes. And now I know that it's a big deal to sign up for a program like this, and it might seem like a lot of time, and it might seem like a lot of money to some of you. And the thing is, when you sign up for this, you're not just signing up for a coaching program. You're not just saying like, yes, I'll sign up for this coaching program. You're investing in yourself. You are saying that, yes, I am worth taking care of. I am ready to do the work to create the life that I need to be living. I am ready to make a change in my life. I am aware that things are not going well, the way that I've been doing them, and I'm ready to just do something different, and I'm worth it, and I'm going to do the work, and I'm going to show up, and I am worthy of this investment. So you're investing in not just a program, you're investing in yourself, and you're investing in changing your life. So if you're ready to make this investment and support yourself by asking for support and by being a part of this group of women that's coming together, then I want to support you by just giving you the special pricing. So it's only going to be available for the next 24 hours because I really just want it to be a special for everybody who is watching, and just right away is just like, I want this to be a little extra incentive for you to say like, yes, I'm ready to receive support. And if you're ready to receive support, like I'm ready to give it to you, I'm going to be like your little secret weapon for the next 6 months to just support you and guide you and just get you out of like the crazy anxiety in your head and just get you into just feeling like calm and balanced in your life regardless what's going on around you. So I'm going to post the links below so that you can, it's not on my website or anything, but I'll post it under the video. If you want to sign up for the program, you have 24 hours to sign up at the lower discounted rates, and I really hope that some of you will join us. I'm just really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to just getting our group together, getting together in the summer, and just like seeing the women that sign up and seeing the women who are ready to just take their self-care to another level. So I hope that you found this video helpful. Your homework assignment for today is to start looking at your support system in the ways that I described, and just like let us know in the comments how are you very supported in your life that you've been taking for granted. And that's the first step. And then the second step is to realize where in your life do you need support. And then extra credit is to ask someone in your life to support you and ask for help in the way that you need it. So 3 homework assignments today is, how are you already supported? What do you need more support with? And then go out there and ask for the support that you need. So let us know how you're going to be doing that in the comments below. Again, if you want support by signing up for the coaching program, I am like welcoming you with open arms, and I'm like virtually hugging you. But otherwise, let me know how you're going to seek the support. And if you want support from me in any other way that I could support you in, please reach out. I'm happy to help you and support you in any way that I can. Okay, ladies, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.